everybody? Hope you're having a nice day. I'm Mike G, and I'm back with another reaction video now. Today, we're going to be watching who will be the fastest sprinter in 2023. And this is, I'm not sure if it's just in the Olympics or if it's in the, probably is in the Olympics in the world. But hey, we're going to get into this video. Hope you enjoy. Let's go.
2023 track season is fast approaching, and in this video I'm going to give my predictions for who will be the fastest athletes in the world this year, and also predict if they'll be able to run a faster time than they did last season, assuming they stay injury free. In 2022, Marcel Jacobs had a season's best of 9.95, which he ran in the final of the European Championships. After his World Indoors win, it looked as if he was on pace to have another historic season, but pulling out of various meets during the season due to sickness and injury halted his progress, and despite his best efforts, he had to pull out of the World Championships at the semi-final stage. I predict that he'll run faster this year than he did last year, and expect him to drop a time in the mid to high 9.8s. Letsile Tebogo made history last season by lowering the World Junior record in the 100 metres multiple times, the last of which coming in the final of the World Junior Championships while showboating well before the finish line. Tebogo looked impressive in the heats of the World Championships in Oregon, as he was able to cruise to the finish line, but in the semi-final he didn't manage to take an early lead, so was unable to assert himself in the race. It'll be interesting to see if he can make the step up to be elite level talent in the senior ranks this year.
Do be hard when you see yourself falling back
at some point during the season.
And then you try
Christian
and catch
Coleman
up.
had a disappointing
Be a little
return
too
to the
late.
track last year, given that his season's best of 9.87 was quite a bit away from his personal best of 9.76, and he failed to win a medal in the World Championships, finishing 6th in the final. His form towards the end of his races last season was poor, which leaves room for improvement, but assuming that he comes back sharper this year with a season of competing under his belt, I expect him to run marginally faster this year, perhaps hitting a time in the mid 9.8s. 2022 was a breakout year for Oblique Seville. On his first occasion running under 10 seconds, he clocked a time of 9.86, which was a remarkable feat. He finished 4th in the World Championships final, and may feel as though he underperformed since he ran slower in the final than he did in the heats and semis. Given that Seville is currently just 21 and has 10 mils as his coach,
athletes do need
I think
a break
he's in a great position to
run
lower
faster.
his personal best again this season, and I predict he'll run a time
Just
that
to
might
rest
be as
their
fast
body.
as 9.8.
That's just how it be sometimes.
I think Seville will have a
We
great
need
chance
breaks.
of winning a medal in Budapest, assuming he stays healthy. Marvin Bracey has
Not
hit
brace,
season's
but
best
recover.
times of 9.85 in the past 2 seasons, and finished 2nd at both US champs and world champs in 2022. I think he'll have a very good chance of making the US team again this year, since he performs well when it matters, but if he does make the team, he won't have home field advantage again when it comes to competing at the World Champs. I predict he'll either run 9.85 for the 3rd year in a row, or run very close to it. In the past 2 years, Trayvon Bromell has dropped many of the fastest times in the world, and while he struggles to put his best performance together at the major championships, he did secure the bronze medal last year, which he can take encouragement from. Bromell doesn't run on his best when he's not on American soil, so he might not be able to secure a medal at this year's World Champs despite his talent. I predict that he will run a slightly slower season's best this year compared to last year, likely setting a season's best in the
Hey,
low
if he run
9.8
that faster
US
time,
champs.
hey, I'm gonna come
Fred
back
Hurley
to
was
this
the
and
undisputed
be like,
fastest
you
100
thought it,
meter
my guy.
sprinter in the world
And
last
he,
season, as he
yeah,
ran under 9.8 on 3 occasions, with his fastest time being
gonna stand on
9.76.
business.
He was also crowned as the 100 meter world champion, as he snatched victory by passing Marvin Bracey just before the line. All of his fastest times came on Oregon's track, and I believe he has the potential to run 9.7 again this season, but I'm going to predict that he won't lower his personal best again this year, although I'd be happy to
Another
see
slower?
it if he did. Moving on to the 200 metres, and the athletes
I mean, this is his prediction.
finish in the
This
top
his
3 of
predictions,
last year's
not
World
mine.
Athletics Championship final, starting with Arian Knighton. Knighton ran a personal best of 19.49 last year for his season opener, and this time can be considered an anomaly since his second fastest time of the season was 19.69 in the US Champs final. He finished 3rd in the World Champs final with 19.80, and I'm hoping that he can show further improvement by
Can't say he gonna run
running
slower.
times in the 9.6 range. But my prediction is that he
So
won't
you
run
run
a
the
time that
same.
lowers his personal best this season. The next athlete I'm going to highlight is the
So
silver
you don't
medalist
think
Kenny
a young
Bennett.
athlete
Bennett
like
had a
that
difficult
is not
season
going to
in
get better?
2022 due to injury, but he still put his
I'm
best
just saying.
performances together when it mattered most,
He got-
by
he
making
got-
it onto the US team and finishing
he got it
second
in
the
him.
World Champs final in a time of 19.77, which was his
I call
fastest
his
race
bluff.
of the season. This
Arian
year I
Lane
expect
gonna
him
run
to run
faster.
faster, assuming his injury troubles are behind him, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him lower his personal best of 19.68, which he set in the final of the Tokyo Olympics. The final athlete I'll be making a prediction on in this video is Noah Lyles. Lyles has set the world leading time in the 200 metres for the last 5 seasons.
Excuse
I
me.
expect him to do the same this season and defend his world championship title in Budapest. Lyles broke the American record last year with his time of 19.31, and even though they were the perfect circumstances for him
That
to
race
break the
was
record
beautiful.
in front of his home crowd, I'm going to predict that he'll have another consistent season and run marginally faster
That was a
at some
beautiful
point in
race
the
right
season
there.
with a high 19.2. Lyles runs well in both the US and on the Diamond League circuit in Europe, so it'll be worth watching every race he lines up for in case he manages to pull off something special. Who do you predict will be among the fastest sprinters in 2023?
Who do you
Leave your thoughts in the
predict will
comments
be-
and thanks for watching.
Okay. Hey, his video was his video. Hey, I do disagree with some of his statements. Like, you know, he think earlier night he might run slower. I just don't see it because as young as he is, he can only get better in my eyes, and that's just how it has been. The younger you are, y'all know what I'm saying. Like he could potentially run like 5 to 10 milliseconds faster than what he did. But hey, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm out.